Okay, here we go.
Welcome back
Oh, hey.
to the Grown Up Kids podcast. I'm Jessie.
Hi, I'm Seth.
And today we have another episode for you. Today we're going to talk about friendship, making friends. What does it look like to have good friendships and when you're an adult, when you're newly an adult, friends that were maybe from when you're a kid all the way to making new friends when you're older.
Yeah.
But of course, we'll do Song of the Week first. So,
Because we gotta.
What's your Song of the Week?
We're approaching, at the time of recording this, we're approaching any day now is when they'll cut it off, huh? Or sometime in the next week or two
Spotify
or whatever.
Wrapped.
Yeah.
I feel bad for our Apple podcast listener people type, Apple Music people, because
they do a thing now. They try to replicate it.
Is it wrapped?
No, I mean,
No.
I'm sure they call it
But I'm more so saying I feel bad for them
gifted.
when they listen to our episodes where we talk about that stuff, because it's I wonder if they even just don't, because it might be pointless for them.
I doubt it because it's still music.
True.
And they still get a little, here's your listening for the year
True.
thing.
True.
So, anyways.
Now they do.
Yeah, now they do. Because Apple Music caught up.
Yeah.
Not caught up, actually. They just started doing it. Okay, anyways. My song of the week.
Is it Joe?
No.
Oh.
No.
We done with Joe?
I'm not done with Joe, but it's not my song of the week.
Okay.
My song of the week is... I forgot it.
Oh my gosh. What kind of...
There we go. I've been listening to... my phone didn't even load, by the way. I just remembered, obviously. I've been listening to the song Sha-La-La by Winnetka Bowling League.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah.
Great song.
Super good. And it also it fits the vibe of fall. I think anything that kind of has that, I guess if we just want to boil it down, I probably sound stupid, but acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
That's kind of led by acoustic guitar. Anything that kind of has that vibe to me feels a bit fall.
Yeah, I would agree. I've also leaned into the fall music recently.
Yeah. I have a playlist, which you know about, I think. But I have a playlist on my Spotify. It's called First Burrs. And it's genius because it's double meaning.
I do remember we talking about this last year.
Okay, good, because I'm going to say it again. First Burrs, which is genius. First Burrs, like October, September, October, November.
Mm-hmm.
So first Burrs. But then also what happens in the fall, you get the first chilliness since the spring. So it's the first Burrs.
That is pretty good.
I thank you. I thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you. So anyways, I've been listening to First Burrs.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
My song of the week, which also I started a new fall playlist, and this made it in, but it's Swear and the number 2. And it's supposed to be Swear to God, but it's G-D.
Okay,
alt
got it.
version by The Shivers and Billy Martin.
The Shivers and Billy Martin.
It's
so it's
really
old.
good. No, Billy Martin. You're thinking Billie Holiday.
No, I'm not. But it's okay because I just realized I'm thinking of the line from Oceans. A Billy Martin? You offer me a Billy Martin?
Oh, well
Well,
this
I
is a girl
pass.
that's
Yeah, never mind.
Probably our age.
Got it.
Somewhere between us. So.
It's a Billy Martin, isn't it, from Oceans? It's in Ocean's 13, where George Clooney or Danny Ocean goes up to Willie Bank and he says, he's basically like, what I'm here to give you the chance to do is to make Reuben whole again. And Willie Bank looks at me and goes, a Billy Martin? Well, I pass. And he starts talking about how if Reuben was too weak or too stupid to know what was coming down.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He doesn't belong here, roll over and die.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure they call it a Billy Martin. Anyways, back to the song of the week.
That's my song of the week. But
okay, Swear to G-D.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, Swear to
Yeah.
G-D. by
alt version. The Shivers and Billy Martin.
Oh, alt version, the alternative version of the song. Alt version by the Shivers and a Billy Martin. Okay,
There you
cool.
go. Yeah.
Sweet.
But we're going to talk about friendship. Except
I just love
not
oceans.
quite. Yeah, me too. We've talked about like 2 or 3 weeks in a row now.
We should do it again next week.
But speaking of friendship, but not friendship as in friends yet. Friendship as in, for a second, let me talk about the movie Friendship. Because I meant to bring this up.
I wonder if that bee killed itself.
Maybe. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The other week, we talked about the movies I watched while I was on my honeymoon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I meant to bring this up. I even said in the podcast episode, I was like, I have 2 movies I have to tell you about. And one of them was Friendship, but then I, in the episode, didn't end up bringing it up and forgot.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to talk to you about it now.
You're going to tell me?
Because I think I texted you about it, and then I don't think you texted me back. But
I remember you texting me that it was weird.
Yeah. Okay, so Tim Robinson movie.
Yeah.
Which we love Tim Robinson.
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he does that show, I Think You Should Leave.
Yeah,
and it's hilarious. But the movie Friendship is his first full-length film that he had a hand in or wrote, I'm not sure. But he stars in it with Paul Rudd.
Right.
And we were so hyped when that movie was coming out. We were like, oh my gosh, we have to go see it, blah, blah. And then we all just got busy and we didn't go see it.
Right.
It was on the plane. So Kate and I both watched it on the plane. So weird. And I mean, what else do you expect? It's Tim Robinson. Everything he does is weird.
Right.
But I think I nailed down why I feel the way that I feel about it. Because I didn't dislike it, but I don't know that I really want to watch it again.
Interesting.
But at the same time, I do to confirm how I feel about it. It's really strange. But I realized because he also just came out with the show The Chair Company on HBO Max that new episodes are coming out right now. They come out every Sunday. And I think there's 3. Oh. And Kate and I have watched all 3.
Okay.
And Kaden loves it. I think it's good, but it leaves me so unsettled. And I don't usually get that way about stuff. When people are like, oh, I have to watch a happy thing after a sad or psychological, people feel that way about sometimes they have to follow it up with an uplifting thing.
Yeah.
I'm usually fine. I can watch something and not I leave it there and I don't think about it again once it's over.
Yeah.
This stresses me out. The Chair Company stresses me out.
Interesting.
And I think it's because, and it's the same with the movie. So I Think You Should Leave, Tim Robinson, is every skit is only a few minutes.
Yeah.
Right? So you're only getting
5 to 7 minutes maximum.
Yeah, you're only getting a short dose of him as this crazy character. And then it moves on to a different crazy version of him.
Yeah, you're able to leave that character behind very quickly.
So I don't think it stresses me out very much. It's just funny.
Yeah.
But a full-length movie and or an hour-long episode of a show of him, and the show, obviously, he's the same. It's a story.
Yeah. Yep.
Playing out through the season, not a skit. I Think You Should Leave. So he's the same character every episode.
Yeah.
And I think because it's longer, I can't handle it. It stresses me out. And the other crazy thing about it, especially with the show, but also with the movie Friendship, is that typically in I Think You Should Leave, he plays the weirdest character in each skit. He's crazy.
Yeah.
And usually the bee's right behind me. And everybody else is insane, right? Typically he's the one that's weird. Or everyone else is normal.
Right.
He's insane, everyone else is normal. He's screaming and is loud and everybody else is like, why are you so crazy?
Yeah.
In Friendship, and especially in The Chair Company, everybody feels as weird as he is. Like, to the point where there's moments where she's the normal one and he's sitting there puzzled by how weird everybody else is.
That's crazy.
And that is like really hard to handle because he is still just as weird as he is in I Think You Should Leave.
That's hilarious.
But everybody else is like meeting his level of weird or exceeding it. So it's just so intense. Where are you at?
This bee is a buzzing.
Yeah, I can hear it.
And he's right by my ear.
So is one behind my ear. Low key, I might grab a shoe. We might kill some bees real quick. Hold on.
There he is. I see you, buddy.
Hold on.
I see you, pal. It's crazy the way he's just fluttering and he's just climbing the window. He's just fluttering. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Oh, did you get him? Man, this is such a journey. Don't let him out. Okay, got it. We got this. Don't sting me. Don't sting me.
They've not ever stung any of us in the house.
Did you get him? Where'd he go?
Well, that one's still in the window.
Still in the window?
Yeah, he like fell, I think. It kind of squished him. Anyway, we're back. That was a little alarming. So
we did it.
Had to take care of that. I'm just gonna leave that in, honestly, because it might be kind of funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
He is like
he's crazy.
He's crazy, but everyone else is
crazy
just
too.
as crazy.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be a lot.
We were talking with Stone about the Chair Company last night because he's watched a bunch of it now.
Yeah.
And we were all like, that is what it is. That's why it's almost harder to stomach than I Think You Should Leave. Because
I need a new season of I Think You Should Leave
everybody
so
is just
badly.
insane.
I want it so badly.
Like, imagine a show where he's the one that's normal.
Right. It's absurd. That's absurd.
You've got something in your beard. Like, it almost looks like a spider web. It's definitely still there. It's like right on your chin. Knee chin.
Oh.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's a big old fuzz.
Oh, okay.
Wow, where would that be from? Whoa.
He's trying to go back.
It's basically dust. Interesting.
Is it from my house?
I don't know.
But dirt on the couch here too.
You want to know what's great about beards is they catch that stuff before it goes in your mouth. Just kidding.
I don't think it would go in your mouth. That's such a small shot at
I was just trying to be positive about beards catching dust.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's really my spiel. But friendship, I did laugh. And I do laugh at the Chair Company too.
Yeah.
But it does,
it's just intense.
It does leave me with an uneasy feeling. And I don't feel that about almost any other type of thing I watch.
When I watch, we'll make sure to just come back and harp on it for a minute.
Yeah. But anyway, all that to say, friendship, not making friends the way that he does in that movie. Because it's weird. But, well, it's
You're talking about real life friendship now.
Yeah, now I'm talking about real life friendship and how we can make friends.
Oh, yeah, cool. I mean,
but it doesn't need to be that elementary, you know?
Be funny and magnetic and one of a kind like I am.
And that's it.
And I think that you'd be good.
See you next Sunday.
Don't overthink it. Just be Seth. I'm just joking.
No, I think I was talking about this because just a couple conversations I've had recently, especially with my sister-in-law, I've just been thinking about like people that make, like, just especially this time of life when you're leaving like high school and going into college and stuff, like making friends and entering your adult life, having good friends. And even Kate and I getting married, I've like had the realization of like, oh, like I have a bunch of other friends also getting married right now. Like the dynamic is gonna change. Not necessarily like in a negative way, but just naturally like things change because your priorities have to like shift a little bit. And then like as people become parents, like your friendships change and stuff like that. And so I was just thinking about that's like a good thing to talk about, I think, especially because people right now in that like younger college age range are trying to think of like, okay, who am I going to be friends with in like a few years? Like, who do I go to? Who do I talk with? Blah, blah, blah. And It was just something I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So even like my own friends, besides like family, I have like really one friend here that like I would tell everything to or call and be like, "Oh, do you want to go do this?" like randomly. Every other friend that I have like that lives hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from me.
Yeah.
Which is like, but I still am so close to those people and connect with them multiple times every week, know how they're doing, know what's going on in their life, like make an effort to see each other when we can and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think some of those people are people I've only known for the last couple of years, and some of those are people that I've known for over a decade.
Yeah.
And for you, I know it's the same too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you find somebody like, think of like my friend Mikey is probably a really great example, or someone that is the best example for me. Me and Mikey have been, apparently we knew each other when we were like 2, 3, 4 years old, but we don't remember that stuff. But our parents all knew each other back then. Me and Mikey hung out a little bit then when we were in like middle school because our parents were going to the same church, but that only lasted like a year, less than a year. So then I didn't see him again until like there was this random big day where like all these people that we knew and we hadn't seen people in years all went to this lake, and they were there, and I saw him one time, and like we like played catch with a baseball, and that was like it. So like we didn't like hang out. So it's like these like hilarious little moments of just like being in the same place and like having a friendship, but nothing serious. And then we graduated, like different, he graduated a year after me, different schools, didn't talk, didn't really have a friendship, but he reached out to me all of a sudden one day and said, "Hey, like I'm in Ann Arbor, like I'm in town, and I'm like, I roll through here all the time now. Let's hang out." And pretty much immediately, I think what I recognized was we were going after the same stuff in life. Like we were both young dudes that were pursuing Jesus. So already right there's something in common. Like that's like a very main focal point of life for us. And so I think that's usually like when you're looking for friends or when you're building a friendship or you're finding like your people that like you love to be around. I think that if you're going to have these people that are like best friends and you have these intense, deep friendships with that you end up building into something that lasts a long time, there are certain things that like it will be a lot easier and probably a lot more fun to be aligned on.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think like beliefs is probably one of those things.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't think it's impossible to have best friendships with people that don't share your like core beliefs, but I do think it gets a lot easier. So that being said, Mikey and I were pursuing Jesus, but I think from there, like I'd met plenty of other dudes my age that were pursuing Jesus that I just didn't click with. So the next thing for me was Mikey and I both like had so many common interests aligned, and we both cared about building friendships with people. So we both liked to, well, actually, he really got me into it, but we both liked to longboard, or he got me into longboarding. We both love sports. We both played sports. We both wanted to go see movies in the movie theater. We wanted to like hang out late at night and stay up. We both like to play video games. So we just started finding all these things to do together. And I don't know, it's just the more stuff that you do together, the more you end up having conversations that are deeper than just, like, hey bro,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that really builds out. So yeah, I mean, at this point, Mikey and I how old am I right now? 31. And I was like 17, maybe I was 18 when we really like for real connected. So we're going on 13 years of like really intense, like solid friendship.
Mm-hmm.
And Yeah. I mean, that's literally my entire adult life.
Yeah.
At no point in my adult life have I not had Mikey as like my best friend.
Yeah.
I have multiple best friends. I don't, but I just mean he's there. He's always there.
Yeah.
And vice versa, like for me, for him. So,
yeah.
And at this point, like at the time, he was in a long-term relationship. I was single. And that became his wife. Then I met my wife and we dated and we got married. We got married only like a month apart or something crazy like that. Like it was like back to back in the same year. It's a month and a half between our weddings, my wedding and his wedding. A month and a half between those two things.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
So a month and a half after I got married, when we were in Wisconsin for a few weeks, we came back.
Oh my gosh.
Michigan
Yeah. Wait, you're right.
Had his wedding right away.
Oh my gosh.
But, so that happened. And then like we've both started having kids at the same time. And so some of our kids are similar ages. It's funny because Mikey and I probably talk by text or on the phone minimum of 6 days a week. Like, easy. Or sometimes it's less often now because of like routines of like waking up early and working out or this or that. But like we like to play video games together. And it's like, honestly, I don't remember the last time I turned on my game system and played a video game without Mikey. I couldn't even tell you. It's probably been years since I've played video games without him.
Wow.
Which is
That's
hilarious.
actually crazy.
Yeah. Like I don't turn it on and play by myself, and I don't really turn it on and play with anybody else. Now I'll have times where I play, it'll be me and Mikey and some other friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I played without him. It's been a long time. So
that's actually crazy.
Yeah, I think that's like, but it all started with number one, he was intentional to reach out. He recognized the need. Like, I really need good friends around me that are pursuing Jesus. And he knew that about me based on the fact that we knew each other and we knew each other's like belief system was that like we believe in Jesus as our savior. Yeah. So that was part of it. But I think the other side of it is, I think maybe he said, I think I've heard him tell me over the years, but like he knew based on like some stuff that I had on social media that I was pursuing Jesus and living a Christian lifestyle. Something that I had said on social media or this or that. So I guess we had kept in close enough contact via social media or whatever that he was like, I feel confident reaching out to Seth. Like, let's build this friendship, or let me see if like me and Seth will get along in real life, not just like, oh, our parents are together, so we're together. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, I mean, I don't know, it's just nonstop. I mean, we had a season of life where we were probably together at least 4 days a week, if not more, for years. Yeah,
which is crazy.
It is crazy because he lived 40 minutes away, but
and now he lives about like an hour-ish.
Yeah, he lives an hour away, and I mean, I don't get to see him super often. I probably see Mikey. There's been some years where I see him maybe twice a year, and then this year I've probably seen him 5 or 6 times already this year. I don't know, but like me and Cole. I've talked about Cole on the podcast, and I know he listens sometimes, but like me and Cole have driven out to Mikey's house and played games with him on a Wednesday night where we will arrive at Mikey's house and we're like, Mikey's married and has kids. I'm married, I have kids. Cole's younger and single and doesn't have.
You're not single?
Or, I mean, not
You're
married.
Not married.
You're right. Yeah. And so, not single. He is in a relationship. But my point is, doesn't have like kids to like wake up early to raise or watch over.
He's an unmarried man.
Yes. So the point is, but like for me and Mikey, like we're just intentional. Like I don't care that on Thursday morning I'll be tired as all frick. Like getting to hang out with Mikey on a Wednesday night, me and Cole driving an hour to go see him. We don't arrive to Mikey's house until 11:30 at night. And Mikey saying like, yeah, come on over. We'll play a game until 2:30, 3:30 a.m. It's insane. And not everybody's like this, but you got to just find those things that like you're just willing to do with that friend and build that friendship. And it's beautiful. It's fun. Yeah. I do not care that I'm tired on those Thursdays because I had a blast hanging out with, Cole and Mikey and playing game until 3 a.m. And then me and Cole had another hour drive home from there,
right.
It just doesn't even matter. It's awesome. Yeah. So
I do think that is really fun.
Yeah.
I think that's cool too because it's like, I think sometimes people act like if you don't get to see each other all the time, that like you couldn't be close.
Yeah.
But I think
it's a difference of personality too.
Yeah, I do think that is true. Some personalities like do really need to kind of like be in the same
physical vicinity
space as someone
often.
to be close to them.
Yeah.
And I think it depends on the relationship too. Like obviously you wouldn't want to marry somebody and then be far away from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I think friendships, there is a lot of leeway to be able to like live very different lives almost.
Yeah.
But still be really connected to people.
Yeah.
Because even like my friend Lauren has been, I mean, we were in 5th grade together and we weren't super close until like sophomore year of high school because we were in cheerleading together, freshman, sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
And we were friends freshman year, but we were like really became friends sophomore and junior year. And then pretty much like when I left and did online school, her and I were like best friends by that point. Like,
yep.
And when was I a freshman in high school? 2014?
Yeah.
Wait,
that sounds
I graduated 16, 17. So I was 2013.
The fall of 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So her and I have been really good friends since like, more like 2014. So that's over a decade.
Yeah.
And we've known each other and been like at least somewhat of friends since 5th grade.
Yeah.
So like 15 years or something like that. And I was in her wedding. She was just in my wedding. She's now married, has a daughter. And like we used to every year, which you know this, but obviously for the podcast. But like every year we used to do our Christmas sleepover and we'd buy matching pajamas and she'd come over and we'd do like our thing. And even when I lived in Wisconsin, she came and visited multiple times. Or like when I'd come home for Christmas, she would come to mom and dad's. Her and I went to Iceland and Paris together and she like stayed at mom and dad's house, like went to the airport with them, drove back from O'Hare Airport with our dad by herself, like just the two of them.
That's actually hilarious.
And it's like she just like would go do stuff with them and have a great time even when I wasn't there or whatever, and like hung out with like our friends like Ethan and our cousin Ben, like people that like she knew because of us but continued to know even when like we weren't around.
Yeah.
And now that she's married and she lives in Grand Rapids, like Kaden and I have gone and stayed with them for like a weekend or whatever multiple times and like hung out, and because we also love her husband Luke. He's the best.
Luke is awesome.
So it's like,
and Lauren's awesome.
They're so great. And it's been really fun to then like go be like Kaden and I with her and now see like, wow, we were both in high school together.
Yeah.
And now we're both like married, hanging out with each other and our spouses, and now like also her daughter, Mabel.
Yeah.
She's really little, but
yeah.
And they're coming in a few weeks, like they're gonna come to our house and do our Christmas like sleepover over a weekend.
That's
and
fun.
It's just so fun to like think of like how much time has passed and how many things have happened in life, and like we've still been friends through all of it. And there's been times where we've like been super connected and talked more.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's been some times where we've like talked a little bit less, or we've both just been really busy and far away. And like even in those moments, though, it's like when we were talking, it was just the same as normal.
Yeah.
Or like we've even had moments where we had to like work through certain like things or disagreements, or we saw things differently. But it wasn't like, oh my gosh, we can't be friends anymore, or like, well, this is weird, or whatever. It's just like, of course we would just figure this out because I am so connected to you and I love you so much that like, why would I let anything be enough of a reason to be like, I don't want to invest into this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't know. I think that's a huge part of the way that we see relationships with people is that like, there's not a lot of things that could happen to where I'd be like, I'm totally fine walking away from this 100%. Like, it would have to be crazy to have for us, I feel like, to get to a point where we're like, I do not want to have a relationship with this person anymore. Like, and honestly, a lot of times it'd probably have to be initiated by the other person. Because as long as somebody like in some way, for the most part, like wants a friendship or a relationship with us, I feel like both of us are kind of the people that are like, okay, like even if you're not my best friend, like if you see a value in like something here, then I'm willing to like talk and hang out or whatever and invest into somebody. I think there's like a weird thing in sometimes in Christianity where people feel like you have to be best friends with everybody because it's like loving, which I also don't agree with that. I'm like, I have no problem being like, yeah, me and that person don't really connect. Like, and there's so many people, like somebody else is their best friend.
I only have so much time to invest in all these different friendships or keep up with these friendships. And like, frankly speaking, I don't have the capacity or the time to carry that with everybody.
Right. So, yeah. And I think sometimes people get offended by that. And it's like, it has nothing to do with you personally. You know what I'm saying? Like that person that might be offended. It's like, it's not a reflection on who you are or your character. It's like, there's just going to be other people for you.
Yeah. And on the flip side of that, I think sometimes like there can be a temptation to feel bad because you're not being all things for all people.
Yeah.
And I think that's also just like an attack from the enemy or what I would refer to as like something that the enemy, Satan, is trying to do to try to get us to align with like feeling shame or feeling guilt because we can't be all things to all people.
Right.
And I just think like it's just not even realistic. Like there's not a human being on earth that can juggle that many different things. So, but I think I was thinking about this as you were telling a story about just you and Lauren and just kind of how that friendship has blossomed and how you guys have prioritized that. I think of like my friend Sam, who you know.
Mm-hmm. Scram.
Spam.
Sham.
He
has so many names.
Slam. Pam. So, Pam.
Anyway,
so many nicknames.
Sam.
Suds.
Soapy.
Crazy.
Gosh, the list just goes on and on.
It is. It's wild. He told me a long time after that, but like a while back, he told me, he's like, I used to hate when you guys would just like go through them because I just thought like, I don't really want any of those to be my name. But then he said, but eventually he said, eventually I just said, you know what? I don't really care.
He's like the most unbothered human being.
He is.
He's great. We've also known him for a long time. I've literally known him for like 6 years now.
Yeah, right. And I met him. I mean, yeah, I guess I would have met him right when
Him and I were interns together.
Yeah. So right when I came on staff, you were still an intern.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam was an intern. And
Sam's just stuck with you all this time.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is like Sam says the same thing. But when I first got hired, and Sam was like fresh out of high school, an intern. I was 25 years old, so I had a few years on him. I mean, I still do. That's a permanent thing.
He's caught up now.
But like when I first got hired, I mean, I was probably just pretty wrapped up in like learning the job and being mentored by my boss and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like fresh out of high school. Like, I don't know you. We have pretty different personalities.
He was like a couple years out of high school.
Maybe a year though. Like it wasn't much.
He's only a couple years younger than me.
I remember serving on a weekly basis on Wednesdays, and he was a student.
But like him and I were interns together for a full year before my internship, my second year started, and you became on staff.
I started in your first year. And yes, I did. I just know I did, but yeah. It was the first year with you, Sam, and Melly.
You're right.
I was a part of that for a long time.
Because it was 2019 to 2020, 2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I got you. So, anyway, like, yeah, he's fresh out of high school, and we just like, to be perfectly honest, like I'm pretty loud. I can be obnoxious.
You're a more commanding personality. I think that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. And Sam's just
You're not afraid to like fill the room.
Yeah. And Sam's pretty quiet and can be pretty quiet and go with the flow and doesn't always
He's very deep thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like totally okay with at times like my opinion doesn't need to be known or it doesn't need to be known right now. And like I'm okay. And I have the type of personality where usually if I have an opinion, I'm just like, blah, here it is, you know? And it's just
we have a podcast.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's a good point. So I think just like different personalities. And I remember at first, thinking, and it was like not a big deal to me. I was fine with it. And I'm sure he was fine with it too. But I remember thinking like, I'm never going to be close with Sam. And that's okay. No big deal. I like Sam. I trust Sam.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm never going to be close with Sam. And, you know, he's a decent chunk younger. He probably won't be around that long because he probably just won't want to do this forever, you know, or whatever. Like, I remember him saying things like, you know, when I'm done with this internship, like I got other stuff I want to do.
No,
or
now he's
whatever.
like the most consistent person there.
Yeah, it's wild, right? So it's like, that's how that started. But we just kept ending up in the car together.
Mm-hmm.
We would literally end up being in the car together. Sometimes it was Nate, and sometimes it was just me and Sam. And we'd be driving to the local high school to do campus ministry together, or we'd be driving back from the high school, or we'd be driving to go pick up food for a student, or we'd be driving. All of a sudden, we were going to start running a home group, which is just like a group of high school dudes meeting in somebody's living room, hanging out and play some games, study the Bible a little bit.
Yeah.
And connecting, yeah. So all of a sudden, the only logical two dudes to run this group were me and Sam. And so I was like, all right, well, let's connect a bit on how to run this group and what we want to accomplish. Next thing you know, we were just like doing a bunch of stuff inside of like this job together. And I think this is probably really relatable for young adults, whether you're in school or you're working a job. I think if you end up in a job and you end up spending a bunch of time with somebody, especially if it's someone that has very similar beliefs and like lifestyle to you, I think like lean in, because I think that can be a place where something really blossoms. Sam and I had two completely different personalities. We were doing all this stuff together. We find ourselves in a car. I got to the point where I started to understand who Sam was in a new way. He started to understand who I was in a similar way. I got to the point where the things that I used to think like, it's so shocking to me that Sam is the way that he is, or I don't understand this about Sam. I got to the point where I was like, yo, like, I not only understand Sam, I love this aspect of his personality that I didn't even used to understand about him.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because one of the more unlikely moments of friendship in my life, like Sam is now and has been for multiple years now. And him and I talk about this all the time. But at this point, I would say this dude is absolutely, without a doubt, one of my best friends on earth. One of the most trustworthy people I know, period. Like, family, flesh and blood or not. Like, this dude is phenomenal.
Like one of the most loyal people.
And so loyal. And he's just, to be perfectly honest, he's committed. He's bought in.
Yeah.
And I think he's a content person. Like, he... And I think that's also like, I guess I'm just throwing these qualities out here on the podcast right now too, because maybe these are qualities that you see in people that you are around, you know, like
I do,
someone that's content in life and that they're just pretty, like they don't need everything to be A, B, C, D, and G.
Yeah.
I skip some because some people, it's not just always the same things. You know, okay, fine. Here, I'll go.
No, it's fine.
They don't need A, F, K, L, and Q, you know?
What's the like letter, like the A, S, D, like the...
They don't need QWERTY-IOP. But yeah, they don't have to have this certain formula. They're just content in life. Like, that's who Sam is, I really feel like. And like, this man can find the joy in pretty much any moment.
Yeah.
He endures like things that aren't even his favorite thing, but he just finds a joy in it and finds a joy in the people that are around him. And like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I love Sam. And it's changed my personality a bit to be more like him. And I've noticed his personality has changed to be a little bit more like me at times.
Yeah.
And it's just really fun.
I think that's good to like kind of highlight some of the qualities too, because I think sometimes, and I've definitely done this, where you look for a person that you just like can relate to, you know, rather than like a person that maybe has some of those qualities that you don't necessarily think of right away. Because you can make a friend that, especially for a girl, like you can talk about everything that's going on and like the drama and blah, blah, blah. But like, is that someone that like brings any sort of like peace into your life? Or like, is there a safety where like you can actually trust them with the things that are going on with you? Because like, if you're going to sit here and talk about all that stuff, they're probably going to sit there and talk about the things that you tell them. So it's like with somebody else. So it's like finding somebody that you do relate to, and is fun to be around and is great, but also somebody that you can trust and that is really content with life, and looking for somebody that is actually like healthy rather than just like anybody that you relate to. Which is a fine line, because at the same time as that, I think it's good to have people that aren't like perfectly fitting your mold of friendship. Even like the way you're talking about Sam, like Cara, who's been on the podcast twice now.
Shout out Cara.
Cara and I, like, so when I went to Reading, this is like a pattern of mine, is usually like, I just try and find like the one person that I'm like, okay, you and I will be friends and like, we'll stick with each other in this like group or whatever. Cause I always just like, no matter where I am, usually that's what I end up doing. Like, I just gotta find the one person that I can like if I'm at a party or whatever, like I find the one person, I just like stick to that person. And at like the very first day of school when I went out to California, I met Sadie. Like before I walked in the building, I didn't know where I was going. She didn't. We talked to each other. We sat down at orientation. We were both in the film program. Like, we were with each other every day, every moment of school from that point on, that whole year. And like, we related to each other on a lot of stuff. And we were like, it was just easy to become like best friends so fast. And Cara was in a different program, but she was still in one of our classes. So we like slowly got to know her. And I kind of got to know Cara like with Sadie. Like, we all three sort of like hung out a few times. It wasn't like Cara and I hung out by ourselves or whatever. And then Cara started to like kind of join the group. And then like slowly, like we started to hang out more one-on-one, and Sadie and Cara hung out more one-on-one. But like, I think I was just so glued to Sadie, and we got so close so fast and we were together all the time, that I almost in my brain, and Cara knows this, so this isn't like something that would like offend Cara for me to say this on the podcast, and it has nothing to do with like her personality. But I just like, at first, I think I was sort of like, oh, like Cara and I won't be close. Like, it's Sadie and I. And at the same time that I had Sadie, Bella and I were roommates and lived together. And Bella's like one of my best friends as well. And like, we had already been like best friends.
Jesse's like, my limit is 1, but my limit is 2. I can't even handle a third friend.
No, because even like when I was in the internship, Bella was the one that like I stuck to, and her and I were best friends. And like, which that's not to say that I'm not friends with other people. I absolutely am. And I know the boundaries of like not making people feel excluded because of, I think that's something I've learned over time. But I was like, oh, I have Sadie, I have Bella. And I didn't even think of like, I don't want to be friends with Cara. It was more just like, oh, like we were friends, but like we're not best friends or anything like that. And then it kind of just happened almost by default, like for both Cara and I, but it ended up being so incredible that like everybody else didn't come back to California for the next year. So we were both kind of like, oh, who are we going to live with? We're really the only other girls in the group. Like, I guess we're just going to live with each other. And then it was like, so fast into living together, we were best friends. And the whole summer, like leading up to that, we both were like really intentionally talking to each other. We'd FaceTime call for like hours.
That's cool.
And stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So then by the time that we were living together, I feel like we were already close. And then she is like the person in my life that like, I get so goofy. Like, there's a side of me that comes out with Cara that like, truly, I've thought this many times, and like, this is no dig to you, but I'm like, I almost wish I had a podcast with Cara, because like, I would be so much funnier. like truly, there's a side of me that comes out with Cara that doesn't come out with Kaden, with nobody.
That's
like,
awesome.
She is so funny, and she's like such a different personality than me. But her and I will become more like each other when we're together, like you were saying. And like, it's not somebody that I originally thought like, oh, they're going to be in my life forever. Not because I didn't want her to be. I just truly just didn't think about it. And I think my mind was so focused on like, well, I already have like really close friends. And then her and I like truly have, like, I've walked through some of the hardest things in my life and some of her like most difficult moments together. And like been like just like there for each other in ways that I've almost not been like even needed to be there for anybody else in my whole life. And so it truly feels like family. And we've had moments where we've had to like have hard conversations or things have been like funny and we've worked through it and stuff like that. And it's crazy to think that like we did almost a whole year of life where, well, not a whole year, like a whole school year of like being like friends, but not even really being that close to now I'm like, she lived with us for a few months in Michigan. Right. Like she knows my family. She's like super tight. So does Sadie and all my other friends. It kind of just like happens. Like I feel like with us, both of us are like,
once you get
if you're friends, enough, like you just get roped into everything because we're just so close with our own family. And then the way we do friendship, I feel like just pulls people into like, well, of course I want you to be with all these other people because I love you just as much.
Family like, gatherings and game nights or holidays or whatever, just because it's way more fun.
That was like, my wedding was like the most amazing thing to me because I'm like, all of the people that I love in all these other circles are meeting all of the other people that I talk about all the time because I love them so much.
The homies.
That was like,
so
it
much
was so fun. Like Sadie, one of my best friends, called me, like we were just talking the other day on FaceTime and she was like, dude, I have to tell you this moment after you left the wedding, like, because we're so, like, I love our Aunt Beth. She's like, she's not like our mom in the regards of she doesn't have to mother me, but like, I would say like almost to that same degree of like, she has like such a voice in my life and she's so close and like her and our mom are so similar and like they're so close too. But like, living with them, Beth is just such a special person in my life that I talk about her so often with anybody that I'm close to. And so then Sadie knew who she was. And at the wedding, after Kate and I left, I guess they were like cleaning stuff up. And Sadie said she like looked at Beth and it was kind of the first time because the wedding was so busy. It was the first time they really like weren't doing something and could actually like talk to each other. That like Sadie said, she was like, we locked eyes. And she was like, I was about to go tell her like, oh my gosh, like I know who you are. Like I have to talk to you. Like you're Beth. But she said that Beth looked at Sadie and was like, I know who you are. Oh my gosh. And like gave her this huge hug and hugged her. And she's like, it was crazy. Like meet all your family. It felt like I was meeting like a bunch of celebrities. Like that was so wild. Like I was like, oh my gosh, that's Beth. Oh my gosh, that's your dad. And like all this stuff. And it was just cool to like hear her talk about it. Cause I do really feel that way. Like I'm like, obviously love all of our family. But to me, like our friendships, I'm like, I feel almost as important. Like, and I love when those get to like mix in our life. But I think it's because like, I've learned over the years and also just like, it's kind of been more like happenstance that I've like been with really great people. I think because of the choices that we make, we end up in spaces where there's a lot of really great people to become friends with. But
the choices you make lead to more, they're going to lead to opportunities, and they're either going to be opportunities to be surrounded by people that you can trust and that you can build something with, or they're going to lead to opportunities where you're around people that it might not be as quality of a friendship.
Right. Yeah.
It's an opportunity either way. It's just, is it a negative one or a positive one?
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, I've like learned to choose people kind of like I was saying where you started to talk about the qualities that Sam has that like you choose people that feel really great to be around. Like you feel more yourself or you feel like an even better version of yourself or like they are really content people or they're really happy people. Not to say they have to be perfect. Like I have friends that they go through stuff, but then it's like you guys can talk about it and find a way for that thing to like continue to grow and be resolved and like add to who you are rather than like this thing sucks so bad I'm just gonna like all we're gonna do is vent about it and talk trash about it and then like my life's still gonna suck afterwards and like you know like it's not friendships where that's the outcome of your conversation.
Yeah, it's uplifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not every time, because obviously like we're all human and there's times where things are just going to be frustrating.
Right.
And it's good to have people you can go talk to about that. But I think like, I don't know, I think you have to look for the right kind of people, and also, make decisions where in life you're getting put around those kind of people.
Yeah.
More often. Like if you're going to continue to choose to go certain places and then go like suck and are total like people surrounded by people that don't share the same values as you, and you go, "Why don't I have any friends?" Like there's your answer's kind of right there.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Time to switch up.
Yeah.
It's time to switch up. Yeah, I think one thing that might be valuable to even throw out to on the podcast, but
yeah, like a couple minutes.
Yeah. I've had multiple really close friends. They're wonderful people. I have crazy number of memories with them. A lot of fun. And ultimately like they're good-hearted people. But also sometimes it's just really difficult to be around them.
Yeah.
Like it's really difficult to be around them. They have different values. Maybe some people really struggle to like be understanding. Like some people just like, well, your life and the way that you do life, it doesn't even make sense to me. You don't have the same, like, they might not articulate it this way, but they're basically communicating to you through the things that they say to you or the things that the way that they treat you.
Yeah.
Maybe just like they think that the way that you do life is basically, for lack of a better term, like stupid. Like I have a couple of friends that come to mind when I think of this. They're good friends. I love them dearly. When I get the chance to see them, it's awesome. But they don't understand why I live my life the way that I live my life. They don't understand why me and Kiana make the decisions we do. They don't understand why I devote so much of my time and like feel this calling towards ministry. They don't like, and so then they say things at times that sound like they're ragging on me for living my life this way, or they're ragging on me and Kiana for choosing to do life this way. And it's like, those things aren't life-giving in my opinion, and they kind of stink. So those are good friendships, and those might be, but they're also not the ones that I'm spending the largest amount of time to cultivate or keep up.
Right.
I purposefully let those become things that are more sporadic, and it's strategic and it's intentional. And I think that's probably the overall theme of this entire episode of the podcast. Like
intentionality.
Intentionality. It's the intentionality of I guess what I was just saying. It's the intentionality to like say, all right, this isn't like the most healthy friendship or the most life-giving, and kind of what you were hinting at. Or it's the intentionality of, I'm going to pursue people that have the qualities that I know are great to be around, even if they're different qualities of mine.
Yeah.
Or it's the intentionality of, I really need people around me. And so I'm going to go look like what Mikey did. Like I need people that are pursuing Jesus, because this is now the way I want to live my life. And so like I'm going to go find, I remember Seth, and I see that Seth is making some decisions. I think that he lives this way. I'm going to go, I'm going to message Seth. I'm going to seek him out.
Yeah.
And
it's been easier than ever nowadays to do that.
It is with social media.
To just be like, hey, want to go grab coffee? Hey, want to go do this? Like, it's so easy nowadays
100%.
to make friends and to find the people. I think it's just, you got to put yourself in the right position, and you have to be looking for the right thing.
You got to be, I think there is a level of intentionality that requires like some boldness or like some confidence.
Yep.
And I think,
but it's worth it.
Well, and I was going to say this too, is like, I know we talk about this all the time, but if you're lacking any type of boldness or confidence or strength, or you feel like I don't feel good about starting a conversation with someone or trying to build a friendship with someone, go find out how dearly God loves you.
Yeah, that's really
because if you find out how much God loves you and how he approves of you, you'll never need the approval of a person. So you go to seek out or start a friendship with someone. You won't be like needing from them. And so you won't give off as someone who like, I'm starting a friendship with you because I need, and you give off like, I feel like I see God in you and I see the value in you. And that sounds exciting to me to have a friend like that.
Yeah.
And that's also a lot healthier too.
What a great ending note.
Yeah, let's go.
It was cool until he did that. All right. Well, anyway, we will see you guys.
What's going on?
What's going on? Timer went off.
What's going on?
We will see you guys next week for another episode of the Grown Up Kids podcast. We never say this, but follow the podcast.
Sure.
Rate the podcast. Review it 5 stars.
Yeah.
One day, we might get paid for this if you do it enough. Who knows? So...
And if you listen to the podcast and you just think they just yap and they're not that great, I want you to know. I don't know. Maybe you're right. We'll get better.
I feel that's our intention, though.
We'll
just yap.
I think we'll just get better. And honestly, if we never get better, I think we're just having fun. So.
Yeah, honestly, it's more... Truly, this is more for us than it is for anybody else. Yeah,
but
it really is what it is.
If you're enjoying the journey.
But if you do like it...
Yeah, there you go.
Rate it, review it, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram. We post funny clips of the podcast. TikTok, we post funny clips of the podcast. And we're just having a good time. I did just have the thought that we should do a new podcast cover shoot.
I don't know what that means, but
our podcast cover, we should update the photo. And what if we went to JCPenney or something and those funny photo shoots you do in there?
Yeah.
We could do that with the kid toys or something because it's grown up kids. Maybe we should do that soon. I'm going to actually look into that.
Okay, sick.
More to come on that front. We'll see. But anyway.
Dope.
We'll see you guys next Sunday.
All right.